So for this project, you'll be needing a pair of shorts to cut up. I purchased mine from a thrift shop. Any fabric of your choice. I got mine from Joann's Fabrics. Either liquid stitch or needle and thread. Scissors, and an iron. So the first thing you're going to want to do is lay out your shorts and start cutting them to the length that you want them to be. I'm going to start off by cutting mine at the original seam and then seeing how I like it from there. I recommend trying them on and then drawing lines with a pencil to use as guidelines so that you don't cut them too short. And just remember that you can always take more off, but you can't put fabric back on, so don't cut off too much. So now I'm just going to take this tool. It's the tool used for ice boxes to take the ice out. You can also use tweezers or just your fingers, but this works the best. So I'm just putting the fabric in between the tool and pulling at an angle so that it gives it a fringe type effect to the bottom. So after that step, you're just going to lay out your shorts and then take your fabric and cut out a square or rectangle that covers up one side of your shorts completely. And make sure that you have a bit of excess room, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch or more. So as you can see, there are seams on your pants, and those seams are basically guidelines of to where you want to fold your fabric. So I'm just going to be laying out my shorts and making sure one side is flat so that I can see where the seams are. And I'm just going to be starting on the left seam and then folding in my fabric so that there are no rough edges and it just feels and looks cleaner. So I'm just going to be folding that down and then ironing, and make sure that the edge of the fabric meets up with the seam so that the entire half is covered up. So when you're ironing it, the heat makes the fabric stay down, so it's easier to work with throughout the process. So now I'm just going to be doing that same thing to the bottom and sides of my shorts. So at this step, I'm beginning to work on the side of my shorts with the pocket. So I'm just cutting in a circular shape and then cutting small tabs to fold around the seam of my pocket, because obviously I can't fold it like I used to, or else it won't look as good, because it just won't look as clean. So you kind of just have to watch what I'm doing in order to understand, but it really is very simple once you get a hang of it. So now I'm just going to be taking my patch that I created and taking liquid stitch and a sponge brush and taking my liquid stitch and basically pouring it all over the side of my shorts. So I'm just going to be spreading around with the brush and then adding the patch on. Now I normally sew it on, but I thought that most of you wouldn't want to sew or know how to sew, so I thought this might be more use to you. So after you finish that step, then you're done. Thank you for watching.